In an ironic way, Denji's actually getting every single thing he wanted. It really is somewhat funny because, like, he gets to be Chainsaw Man. He's now getting more action with the ladies, and in a certain way, he kind of has two girlfriends. It's funny because, like, in his lowest moments, he's at the height of happiness, or at least he should be. But if the circumstances are just so terrible, Naito's lost, the dogs are gone, and the house is all destroyed. In any other circumstances, he probably would have been happy. But what's good, guys? We're back for another animated chapter of Chainsaw Man. To which, yet again, I'm at a loss for commentary or review commentary because this chapter is kind of you see as you get. I'll probably just go over what I mentioned last week's chapter, which is a quick bit of like, I was right that Yuro's feeling towards Denji's are most likely Asa's feeling to Denji just pouring over into Yura, which kind of makes sense on why they kind of had that whole embrace last week's chapter. And I still question this because I'm still confused by it. How come it's so one-sided? Why is Yura's emotion the only emotion that's allowed to, Asa's emotion, excuse me. Why is Asa's emotion the only emotion that's allowed to pour over? How come Yura's hatred for Chainsaw Man has to pour over? I see some people saying they're becoming each other, but I or at least they're kind of fusing to become one, but I don't necessarily feel so. Maybe it's Asa's, I would say more malice moments might be that, but I feel like just because Asa's desperate and she desperately wanted to get Yura or her body back so she can try to live a more fruitful and normal life. But it's so much clearer when it comes to Asa. Like her emotions pouring over into Yura is just so like evident. Like within this chapter and this past few chapter, even back to when they were dating, she even admits to have feelings for Denji back then too. So it's just weird how it's only one side giving one emotion. Like I said last week, it might be because Asa might have more brain control than Yura has brain control or something along those lines, but it truly is a spectrum. And with that, I think that's kind of pretty much all I mainly have to say, mainly as a review point of view from this chapter. Like, there's not really too much to talk about. Like everything was explained to us. Why did she kiss him? She told us. Her emotions are pouring over. How does Denji feel about it? He is confused. Like he just doesn't know what's going on. He doesn't know about Asa or Yuro, that they're two people sharing one body. Like he has no idea about it. How does Asa feel about it? She's embarrassed. She didn't like that her body was kind of used. Well, she didn't seem to have too big a problem with it, but she didn't like the image it might give her, or the perception of her being changed now, which is understandable. This is not the first time Yura has done this. It happened with Yoshida all the way back, I think in 197? It was 108 and 107. Like one of the earlier chapters where she asked Yoshida if she can go out with him, and Yoshida flat out rejected her. And Asa did not like that whatsoever, because even though she didn't do it, it's still her body and her reputation that's going to take a hit for it. So it's naturally so that she would feel this way and get upset. And it's funny because if we go back to Yoshida for a second, Yoshida only introduced Asa to Denji because he thought she was easy. It's funny how the full circle just goes all the way around, like. But there is one thing I have to clear up. Last week's chapter, I said that Denji kissed Yuro first. But when I reread it, and I really read it, I looked at it Shonen Jump panels like page for page. Like there's no line going up and down, just page for page. I honestly don't know. You can look back at it too. It's 167, page 10. It shows the previous page, page 9, it just showed Yuro recollection saying we kissed, and there's 4 panels. 2 faces of Denji, 2 faces of Yuro. Then the next panel is just them kissing. I have no idea who kissed who first. I believed it was Denji because she backed off. Oh no, wait, let me go back to that. Yeah, back. And it kind of looked like Denji moved forward. At least in my mind, I imagine he moved forward. And then they both parted away, and then they paused again, and then Yuro takes the lead. It could be that Yuro took the lead the first time, and Denji just shocked and he moved away, and then they took a moment and Yuro takes the lead all again. And I say this is important because the talk of, let's just say, SA has been mentioned in this review chapter, which I'm not gonna lie, I really don't want to touch that topic because I honestly don't know. Well, okay, there's two scenarios where this go. If Denji leads, then it's 1 point less for his essay. Well, okay, let's. I don't want to have this conversation, but I fully have this conversation. In terms of this thing, it's already open shut case. Like Euro aggressively grabbed Denji's junk, which is practically essay. No, it's not practically. It is. In any other circumstance, it would be very bad. So that part there is already in red territory. Now that's me taking away all context from the original situation, in which it could be argued that this might have been not actually necessarily playful. I think she was very serious, but taking away all the context from the other situation, it kind of is already there plain on plain. In the court of law, Euro will be going to jail. Now, let's say they forgot about that fact and they're going more into the kissing motion now. If Denji was to take the lead, it becomes a little bit more ambiguous. And then the second part of the kiss where she leads and then they both kind of have this little embrace, it then kind of becomes like questionable. Because if I'm being honest, like in situations like these, like if you're doing something new with your partner, if your partner liked it, culturally, it's okay. In actuality, it might not be, but like in a cultural standpoint, it's somewhat okay. Like it's only bad until someone complains. This applies to practically everything, like to work, to like relationships sometimes. Like until someone has a problem with it, it's then bad. Like, because let's say there's a person that just does something new with every new person doing, and everyone likes it. It's kind of wrong and you shouldn't do it because you risk like someone having a bad experience. But if it's always positive, it's somewhat of a thing of like, who cares? And that's kind of the situation. But we don't have Denji's full thoughts on it. And I kind of just want to clear up that misunderstanding and give my 2 points on it. The second point is people are talking about this chapter 168 of Asa self-harming. Now, if you just watch the chapter and read it and you see Asa does hit herself, which is in your body, which technically is self-harm, but contextually, it's completely different. If you put all the context around it and everything around it, she was trying to hurt Euro, which is herself, but contextually, it's a different meaning than there. Because like the self, I don't even know if I'm gonna flag for that. Let's just say self SH. Yeah, S for SH, because I don't want to get flagged and anything. It will be more of a sense like to hurt yourself because you believe you deserve to be hurt. I'm guessing here. I actually don't know, because I think these things does lead to like self deletion. I don't even know if I say that anymore. But yeah, gosh, these are so much topics I really don't want to touch. But I feel like some of the community members are just going a little bit crazy and trying to find everything. Oh, another thing. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm really not liking these. Actually, no, I am liking these past chapters. Oddly enough, I'm just getting tired of them not lead anywhere. Like, I like romantic drama as much as the next guy, and then she just a chainsaw trying to crack a nut. I did enjoy these little moments, but I'm just saying, like, can we get to somewhere again? Like, it feels like these past couple of chapters, he's just been flying by easy. Now, here's my prediction. Because Tatsuji has made himself very well known for doing little things and showing complex emotions, all these little things we're giving him slides on because we're saying it could be an overall greater meaning. But if I'm being honest, I'm just saying this guy is stalling. I don't know why, but he's really just pushing us back for something, because we're getting the next chapter 2 weeks from now. Well, we barely got anything that happened. Like, and I know these are big deals because these are like relationship stuff, but I feel like he could accomplish the same thing and give us more. But I don't know, he's delaying. Things aren't moving very smoothly. But that's kind of all I have for this chapter. Like, yeah, the end of the chapter shows them going to a sushi restaurant, in which some fans have speculated we might have Kate Bonnie come, which would be lovely. Truly, truly lovely. It'll be surprising if it's actually Rize instead. I 100% doubt it, but it would be nice to see Kate Bonnie again. Maybe we'll get in the swing of things. But that's where I'll leave you guys, man. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It's been B3, and stay animated.